My name is Sean Cutter with Cedar Valley Farms. I'm here to talk a little bit just about some of the first year troubles, obstacles, and also just how we overcome those challenges in the process of bringing in our first harvest. And it's critical that you're getting it up, you're drying it as quickly as possible. You don't want it to mold, you don't want it to spoil. You could lose everything. So you do all of that work all year to lose it, just like that. We still have one more step, and that's to take all of the biomass, off the stalk. And we bought what we thought was the Goliath. It was the biggest model. It was going to handle all of it. It didn't even come close. It was after the first full day of just seeing the mountain of what was there still to do. And so we came up with, after lots of looking, searching, sorting, what my brother Josh mainly come up with, and 11 o'clock at night was essentially a street sweeper that you could take biomass off at scale. One of the other challenges that we ran into was dealing with trustworthy people. We had gone down a path. We were looking at using a technology that was going to help the plants dry faster. And about a month and a half out from harvest, when we were going to need it, we realized that this was not going to work. And so we had to quickly adapt, and between Josh and Ray reinforcing the entire building and putting in support braces, basically build a pretty innovative drying system, one that keeps people working at the ground level, allowing a lot more efficiency than things raising up and down, and not to mention the danger of going up and down a ladder to hang plants to dry. Thinking back through our first year growing hemp was also when COVID hit, right? Everything shut down. We found out that our planter that we ordered that had to be shipped from Italy made it onto a boat a week before Italy shut down. So we managed, because we planned just a little further ahead, we managed to get that on the boat. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had a planner. We'd have to figure something else out. There were also just things that we had to put in place this year. Irrigation systems, something that no one in our area, at least in Ohio, usually had to think about irrigation systems. So in our case, it was a drip irrigation system, but we had already been looking at subsurface irrigation. We've been hit by a drought, at least a mild drought, 3 times in the past 5 years. And so if you're running into these situations, we had to really look to do something about it. And it just worked out that we were able to adapt a lot of the learning that we were already putting in for subsurface irrigation to the irrigation system, that it was critical for the hemp that we grew, that we had it. After we planted our hemp, after 2 days of rain, we had no rain for 6 weeks, 0. So without that, the plants, they would have been like that. So with all of those challenges that we experienced in 2020, it's not going to slow us down. If anything, it just reinforced that we made it this far and we learned this much. And these are the same problems that everyone runs into. And so we can take these learnings and expand on those in 2021.